Hey folks, welcome back to Failure Retirement. So I decided to start a new series here on what I have on my workbench. What project a guy is kind of working on behind the scenes, what's coming up in the near future or some future. The definition of near in Failure's world is, not the same as a lot of people. So what we have here, Smith Miller LMAC. You toy guys, you already know this. This is, in Failure's opinion, probably the second coolest Smith Miller truck. Early 50s. This one is a long tank with no braces on the bumper. So this would be the first version as far as I know. So starting about 50, 51 up until about 53, I believe. Anyway, what old Failure's doing, he's marrying a Doepke unit crane onto the back of the Smith Miller. I actually been working on this for, probably a year and a half when I first kind of started coming across the first parts. And kind of how that happened, I had this red Smith Miller Mac frame already, and just in my junk bin. I might just do a whole video just on the guy's toy junkyard, maybe. Anyway, just drop a comment if you think you might be interested in that. And I come across this unit crane, and the undercarriage was just gone. No wheels, steer axle was broken. The underframe, the undercarriage was just, the guy just wasn't fixing it. So I had this frame, and not my idea, guys. Like, there's a guy who builds these and sells them, and they're beautiful. They're absolutely stunning, but just a wee bit beyond old Failure's price point, and the guy will always pay more to do it himself. So that's kind of how that happens. So guy had a couple parts and just kind of started laying them out together, and here we are. And again, like, we got a wood base between the unit crane and the truck chassis. A very Smith Miller like thing to do. I made my own outriggers here. The unit crane outriggers were just going to be way too short on the truck chassis. So a guy just kind of rigged up some of his own. So I think that's going to be good. That one evidently needs to be polished a little more because she's pretty tight. Anyway, then I made this headache rack. Just kind of whittled out a chunk of aluminum. Made up this little headache rack here to protect the cab and hold that boom for transport, so to speak. And now I just got to marry that to the front of the unit crane there. But probably wait until everything's painted. Probably just JB weld that on there. Maybe some pop rivets. Not really sure yet. Right now I don't know. Actually, I may not actually use this chassis. I don't know. Like, the bumper being broke and all. Like, guys got to fix that, but you got like 2/3 of a bumper there. Old Failure, that's kind of a little more bumper than old Failure would prefer to cut off. I got another chassis where both sides are broke off. And so, like the tire truck, I don't really have too much problem cutting off what's left, making my own bumper just like I did for the tire truck. The guys just kind of got to look at that chassis because it has some other issues, and decide which chassis he's actually going to use at the end of the day. It's kind of hoping to keep this patina because, that's kind of how a guy is. But honestly, I think this not just not going to work out. Um, Maybe if that chassis was Doepke orange. Smith Miller didn't make very many orange Elmacs. So odds of a guy finding a orange patina chassis that is in the fixed income price range, I don't think that's probably going to happen. So probably looking at painting the whole thing. Not sure on the color yet. I kind of like to stick to the red and white, and I hate to be kind of stuck on that. But the way is the similar way the tire truck is. If you guys haven't seen the tire truck video, just go back a little bit, and I have a whole video just on the tire truck. But I really like the white cabs. It's kind of Failure's fleet color anyway. I think it looks good with the red fenders. I don't know. I guess that if that's the way it's going to go, probably paint the unit crane red too. Could maybe be like a metallic silver. That would probably look pretty good. That's an idea that just now popped into Failure's brain. One of the reasons why I kind of want to stick to the red and white though is I have a patina cab and chassis that's really nice. I think it's been in my videos before. It's a red chassis with the white cab, and it's got the patina Failure likes. It's red and white, and I think I don't have a trailer for that. So what I really want to do is make a drop deck for that, and then the two trucks will kind of go together. Because what I'll do is I have the bucket for this. So the bucket will be on the drop deck. I'll probably make some pads for the outriggers, put on the drop deck. Probably either make, I used to be able to buy an extension for the boom to make them longer. Last I checked, they weren't available anymore. So if I can't get one, I may actually just try to make one. So basically, the other cab that's red and white patina will have the drop deck, and it'll basically be the support truck for the unit crane. And I think that'd be very cool. That would be a very real world kind of way of doing stuff. So that is the reasoning why if I repaint this, which I think I'm going to have to, it'll actually end up being red and white, the same as the tire truck, and to match that other cab and chassis that I have. Anyway, if you guys have any suggestions, feel free to drop a comment. Now that I'm kind of videoing these as I'm working on them, next time I work on this, which right now it's probably going to be months, but next time I work on this, I'll go ahead and videotape that so you guys can follow along with the build. If you have any comments, be sure to drop them. Very interested to hear your thoughts, ideas. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe so that you can follow along in this series and some of the other ones that I'm doing now. Just to give you guys an idea how hot it is here right now. There's the floor. See all the spots? That's failure sweat. Like, it's hot enough in here, the guy is just literally dripping. That's why there's not a lot happening in the shop right now. So appreciate you guys watching. Have a good day, and I'll catch you next time on Failure at Retirement.